So the latest news is that Vini has extended his contract with Real Madrid for another 6 years. 6 solid years. It means that Vini has signed an extension at Real Madrid until 2032. Now, before the extension of this contract, there has been some things back and forth, the ones that made it to the media, the ones that were rumors, the ones that were speculation and all of that. Let's unpack everything in this video. But while we are watching, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel so we can grow this community together. So back to Vinicius Jr. Vini was signed at age 17, but the football rules did not allow him. Was it 16 or 17? But he had to join Real Madrid when he turns 18. And because he was signed at that very young age, he was being paid a very little amount of money, which was 20. Not very little, but compared to what he would have been earning if he was in his peak. So because Madrid signed him from the Brazilian league at a very young age, and then he had to wait until he turned 18 and then professionally joins Real Madrid, he's been on that contract for those years and he's actually earning not too low. I think currently he's the second highest paid player in Real Madrid, but he could have gotten a better deal. And according to reports, and you know how we get all our information from, Real Madrid did not want to improve his offer, and they gave Kylian Mbappe about times 2.5 of what he is earning at Real Madrid when he has put in the work even before Kylian Mbappe joins Real Madrid. So it's a game of, see, football is brutal. The game might be fair, but football is purely business. So there are speculations that Real Madrid wanted to take all the profit and not give Vini an improved wages that he wanted. And Vini, on the other hand, he knew his worth, he knew his talent, he knew that if he hands in a transfer request today, all the top clubs in the world would request for him. That's where talent puts you. If you are good enough, you will be able to dictate your terms. What Vini did with Real Madrid, an ordinary squad player cannot do it. He knew that, one, Real Madrid would not want him to go for free. Two, any big club in the world would be willing to take on Vini Jr. Number three, he's paid his dues for Real Madrid and he has delivered, and he has even over-delivered. So he used his management, his agent, Rock Nation Sport. They thought of all of these things and then they thought, what could they do with Real Madrid? And they decided to pull this Arsenal stunt. But unknowingly to Arsenal fans, they were saying that they let Morgan Rogers sign for Chelsea so that they could put all their funds together to go for Vini Jr. According to them, right, they would rather add some money, maybe 40 or 50 pounds. That's a 40 or 50, 40 or 50 million pounds. Sorry, I'm not that broke, but I'm broke. They thought they would add 40 to 50 million pounds to the money they would have paid on Morgan Rogers, and then they will get Vini Jr. So you see them all over the social media saying that they let Chelsea win the bid for Morgan Rogers so that they can save their funds for Vini Jr. Vini Jr. who was not coming. Vini Jr. and his agent and his management, they were just trying to get Madrid to sign, to give Vini an improved offer that they did not want to give him, all along. So that was just the game plan. So let's now look at it on from the perspective of business owner. Business owners are brutal. Tell me one business owner that is not brutal. They always want to keep all the profits where possible. If you are not good enough and you cannot negotiate and your talent is not outstanding enough, they will eat you, they will rip you, they will take what belongs to you. So Madrid did not mind if Vini did not have an agent or did not have that PR to be able to negotiate for a better deal. They would have probably offered Vini another peanut on top of what he's earning, right? And that's where the whole Arsenal involved and all of that. I keep saying it repeatedly. If Vini was to leave Real Madrid today, genuinely, it is not only Arsenal that will show interest. Even Barcelona might show interest, forget it. Even Chelsea, despite the fact that Chelsea is not playing in the UCL or any European tournament competition, Chelsea will choke head. Manchester United, they are unarguably, should I say, probably the biggest club in England when in terms of audience, in terms of reputation and all of that. Even Manchester United would put head. Manchester City, the money club, And with their success in the previous years, they would also want to be part of it. Liverpool, on the other hand, they've been looking for a Mo Salah's replacement. Even if they're not playing the same wing, they need that kind of player that will take that onus and that responsibility to drive their team, a player they can build the team upon. So even Liverpool will break bank. Bayern Munich, on the other hand, would not even mind to go for it. Almost every big and successful club in Europe would bid for Vini Jr. Let's even leave Europe. The Al Hilals and the Al Nassrs of Saudi Pro League would even table their offer, right? So again, what can I pick from this? I can pick so many things. The business owners, they just want to do their business, right? If you like, don't look after yourself. If you like, don't get a good legal team. If you like, don't get a good management for yourself. If you like, don't have the PR in life. PR is very, very important. And that's why you see some set of players that they will ball a bit extraordinary. They will have the Ballon d'Or shout. And you see some other players, they will ball extremely hard and nobody sees them. They are not even near the Ballon d'Or shout. So if you like, don't get good PR for yourself. Don't get good management for yourself. Business owners, they will eat you off. They will rip you off. They will take what belongs to you and add it to them. So that's on the aspect of business owner. Rock Nation, I want to believe, apart from music, they're also into talent management, into sport and all of that. These are the group of agencies that also bag a 130 to 135 million euros deal for Yandel Mande at the same Real Madrid. They know what they are doing. So Vini extends for another six years. Before this time, there has been speculation that he has issues with Jose Mourinho. Remember what happened at the Benfica versus Real Madrid in the UCL, where a Benfica player, is it Prestiani? I can't remember right now, tried to cover his mouth and allegedly racially abused Vini Jr. when Cristiano Ronaldo. Then Jose Mourinho's comment, if you remember that story, how Jose Mourinho said, yeah, nobody would racially abuse Vini there because even the Eusebio, who happens to be Benfica's greatest of all time, was a black player, this and that. So Mourinho's stance was with Cristiani indirectly and not in support of Vini Jr. But anyone in support of that, anyone in Jose's shoes would want to protect his player. It's not an excuse for racism anyway, but anybody in his shoes will want to protect his player to an extent and not throw his player under the bus. So people thought that because of that, Jose would drive Vini Jr. out of the club. See, there is a place for media stance where you have to defend your current job, and there is a stance where you identify talent and you're on a new job and you know that you need that person. So that's just the case between Vini Jr. and Jose Mourinho. If you're a coach, will you sell Vinicius Jr., one of the best players in his generation, still in his peak, delivering? You will sell him because of some minor issues, not minor, but because of some issues that happened in your former club and you just had to play a side just for the camera. So people that thought Jose will come to Real Madrid and send Vini away, Jose Mourinho said he is not coming there to drive anybody away. He wants the best of the best talent in the world, where possible, to work with him because he wants the glory. So we could talk about Vini Jr., Real Madrid. We could talk about the agency and so many things, and we would just keep going and going and going. Anyway, before I end this video, let me quickly chip in this. It appears as if Rodri's Man City move to Real Madrid will be failing, and now he has opened talks with Barcelona. If Rodri goes to Barcelona, Rodri will become their new Busquets. And then Madrid needs to reinforce in the central attacking midfield area, the 6, the 8, the 10, which still means that Madrid could still go for Enzo Fernandez at Chelsea if Rodri goes to Barcelona. The transfer window is still long, and I assure you there's still plenty of drama. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section about the Vini Jr., about the Arsenal, about his agency, about the contract renewal. Let me know your thoughts and your opinion in the comment section. And don't forget, before you move this video away, don't forget to like this video so that my subsequent videos will pop up on your screen. Cheers, guys. See you later. Don't forget, the Premier League is starting very soon. I am ready. The question is, are you ready?